Hey guys, come on downstairs. We are going over a little Minnesota Twins franchise action here today. It's episode number 263. We are in season number 5, playing games 114 through 116. It is the middle series of a 10-game road trip, and we're in the Bronx to take on the New York Yankees. We are 2-3 in the month of August, and I know things have slowed down a little bit here in this franchise. I'm going to try to get at least one episode out every week as we go through the off-season. I know there's still baseball being played, but to me, it's the off-season. The Twins are out, and so this is the off-season for me. Eddie Rosario was hurt in that last series, but he is back. He's healthy, and it wasn't anything serious, just a sore finger. As we head into game number 114, Kyle Gibson takes the hill for us. 3.75 ERA. He's got a .500 record at 8-8, a 1.16 WHIP, 123 strikeouts on the season. And we're going to face Joe Musgrove from the New York Yankees. He's 8-3 at 3.15 ERA. 137 innings pitched so far on the season for Joe Musgrove. The Yankees are in second place right now in the American League East behind the Red Sox. They've been in first place for most of the season. So we're going to get some action started here in the third inning. A 3-2 count to Jace Peterson, and he's going to turn one around to right field. That one is back of the wall, and it is about 7 rows deep into the stands. It's a solo home run for Jace Peterson. That is his 14th on the year for our second baseman we picked up from the Atlanta Braves a few years back. And he's playing third base here today in the absence of Nolan Arenado. If you are new to the series, we had to send Nolan Arenado down because he was batting under the Mendoza line, and we're here 2/3 of the way through the season, maybe even a little more than that. And we just can't have that kind of production out of a third baseman. So he's down trying to get things right as Greg Bird bounces into an inning-ending double play. We go to the 7th inning. Twins still leading in this one, 1-0. Greg Bird's at the plate again. He's batting .250 on the year. Facing Kyle Gibson, his 75th pitch of the night with a runner on second base. Bird is going to slice one into the left center gap. Runner's going to come around and tie up the ball game. And Bird is in with stand-up double.
Up next for the
his 16th double of the season. End of the 7th inning, we're all tied up at 1 here in the Bronx. We go to the 8th inning now.
Now pitching for the New York Yankees.
Former Twin, Arodys Vizcaíno, takes the hill to face Miguel Sano. 2 outs, nobody on, and Miguel Sano lifts one to deep right center field. That one's headed back, but it is caught at the warning track, and the game remains tied at 1 apiece. Let's go to inning number 9. First game of this 3-game series, Sean Doolittle takes the hill. Had a kid named with the last name Doolittle in my high school. He got a girl pregnant, knocked her up, and we always would go around saying Doolittle did too much or Doolittle did a lot. Anyway, that's what Doolittle makes me think of. And we get the out at first. The Yankees do anyway. Some horrible base running there for the Twins. And we go to extra innings. 12th inning, Jimmy Dyer coming on for the Twins. We're still tied up at 1 apiece. He's got a 2.96 ERA. And he's facing Starlin Castro of the Pinstripes. With a runner on first. A nice play at first base by Super Mario Calero. He was a draft pick in, I want to say, season number 2. And he's made his way up through the minor leagues, playing good ball. He battled for Rookie of the Year last season, and he's in his second year. Here's Jacoby Ellsbury now facing Dyer. In the 13th inning, still 1-1. And Ellsbury drives it deep to right, and it gets over the head of our right fielder, Michael Conforto, I think that was. It was either Conforto or... yeah, I think it was Conforto. I can't remember. Anyway, Ellsbury walks it off for the Yankees, and they win Game 1 of the series 2-1. Season series, incidentally, is all tied up at 2 apiece. So we fall to 58 and 56. We are 1 game ahead of the Tigers in the American League Central. Tied in the loss column. Both teams have 56 losses. But we've played 2 more games than them, and we have 2 more wins than them. As we go into the middle game of this 3-game series with the Yankees, who are 64 and 51. Again, when we won the division 2 seasons ago, it was the worst division in baseball. And it's looking a lot like it might be that way again for us. if we go on to win the division this season, it's probably going to be because it's a horrible division and not because we had a great record. I think we won it, oh man, I can't remember what our record was, 83 and 79, 84 and 78, 85 and 77, I think. And a pickoff move gets away from Miguel Sano, but it hits the first base coach, and Sano throws the runner out at second. It hit the first base coach and bounced right back to Miguel Sano. Crazy stuff. Ground ball to short. It's going to get the second out of the inning. And now we've got Mike Moustakas. Still no score in this game. It's the middle game of a 3-game series. Jose De Leon taking the hill for us in this one. As you saw earlier, I failed to mention the starting pitchers. At the end of 4, we have no score and only 1 hit apiece. Let's go to inning number 5. This is Tommy Nolan. He is looking for his first hit of the season. He is 0 for 16 so far on the year. And he's going to ground into a 6-4-3 double play, but a run's going to come across to score. And the Twins get on the board first. Tommy Nolan, still without a hit in the major leagues this season. Delino DeShields, with a runner on third, is going to drop one into left center. Jacoby Ellsbury cuts it off, gets it back to the infield, but another run comes across to score, and the Twins jump out to a 2-0 lead. So we brought Tommy Nolan up to replace Nolan Arenado. Not really replace Nolan Arenado, because we replaced him with another starter and shifted things around in the infield, but take his spot on the roster. And we like him for his speed. He's got like a 96 rating in stolen bases, but he's got to get on base first. We can use him in late game situations as a pinch runner. Jose De Leon gets the strikeout of Ryan Braun, and now we bring on JT Sargon. 31st appearance of the year, 2.56 ERA. He's facing Aaron Judge here. In the bottom of the 8th inning with a runner on first and nobody out, and Aaron Judge is going to lift it deep to left. And all rise, that one is out of here. 2-run home run, it ties it up late in the ball game. Off of JT Chargois, who has had a pretty good bounce-back season. He had a rough year last year. We kept our faith in him. And we're going to try to do the same with Nolan Arenado. Hopefully he'll have a bounce-back year next year. And I do plan on calling him back up to see how he finishes off the season for us. Maybe after this road trip. All right, this game goes to extra innings as well. And we go all the way into the 20th inning. The Yankees bring in Johnny Venters with the bases loaded and 1 out, facing Delino DeShields, who's 3 for 8 in this marathon of a game, and he's going to lift one to shallow right. There could be a play, runner tagging. Here comes the throw to the plate, and it's up the first baseline. Not going to be a play. Eddie Rosario scores, and the Twins take a 3-2 lead in the middle of the 20th. Let's go to the bottom of the inning now. We bring in Kevin Segrist, 29 saves and 35 save opportunities on the season, a 2.36 ERA, 71 strikeouts to 7 walks. He's facing Aaron Judge, who tied the game up back in the 8th inning. With nobody on, nobody out, Judge with a little slow roller back to the pitcher. Segrist makes a strong throw with the left hand to Miguel Sano for the out. And that'll bring up Ryan Braun, who the Yankees just picked up this season from the Milwaukee Brewers. Left-handed delivery, and the ground ball right back to Segrist again, and he's going to go to first. So the first 2 assists of the inning go to Kevin Segrist off the hill. Rusney Castillo, a former Red Sox player now. With 2 outs, last chance for the Yankees, and Segrist ends up walking Rusney Castillo, wearing Alex Rodriguez number 13. That'll bring up Starlin Castro. So if Castro hits one out, it would be a walk-off, but he's going to take a walk as well. So Segrist walks 2 batters, and now we have Gary Sanchez. He's only hitting .217 on the season with 2 outs and a 3-1 count. He takes a strike. It's 3-2 now. Bases second and first are filled. Third base is empty. And here's the delivery from Segrist, and he walks Gary Sanchez. Are you serious? Kevin Segrist has just walked 3 batters in a row and walked the bases loaded in the bottom of the 20th inning. He already has 6 blown saves on the season. After a rough year last year, he had a great first half of the year this year. But ever since the All-Star break, he has struggled a little bit. Now he's facing the lefty Jacoby Ellsbury, and Ellsbury takes strike 1 and then fouls one back. With the bases loaded, something's going to happen here. Either the Yankees are going to score a couple of runs or we're going to get the out. Ellsbury fouls off another one. 1-2 count. Here's the delivery. Ground ball to the right side. Delino to Shields on to first for the out, and the Twins are going to get the win in the second game of the series in a marathon 20-inning game. And the first 2 games of this series have gone to extra innings. So we improved to 59 and 56. The Tigers lost again today. They are 56 and 57 now. And we lead the season series with the Yankees 3-2. I don't think that will come into play in the postseason. The Yankees have a much better record than the Twins. And I think we're probably most likely going to play the winner of the American League East Division if we make it to the playoffs. That is where it looks like we will be in the standings, unless the Rangers have some crazy collapse out in the AL West. We'll look at the standings after this episode. You'll see them. Sonny Gray will take the hill in the finale of this series, facing Luis Severino. Severino's 3-9 with 4.72 ERA. Sonny Gray is a Cy Young Award candidate so far this season, having a great year for us. And we're going to get some highlights started here in inning number 3 of the final game of the series. Runners on the corners for Michael Conforto. He's going to rip one past the first baseman into right field. Runner will come in and score. And we jump out to a 1-0 lead again. Wearing throwbacks. I love these gray pinstripe uniforms for the Twins. They are beauties. From the late 80s, early 90s. Let's go to the 4th inning now. Aaron Judge with a runner on first and 2 outs. Homered in yesterday's ball game, and he swings and misses at the high fastball from Sonny Gray. And the score remains 1-0 through 4 innings. Let's move into the 5th here. Ryan Braun steps to the plate again, facing Sonny Gray. With a 3-2 count. Nobody out. Sonny Gray leaves one up in the zone, and this one is headed towards the seats. Solo home run. It's number 10 for Ryan Braun. And we're all tied up at 1. Through 5 innings here at Yankee Stadium. Let's go to the 6th. Could we have a 3rd extra innings game? We're tied up at 1 in the 6th. Luis Severino still on the hill. Michael Conforto is going to rip this one down the right field line. That one's at the wall, and it's gone. Just inside the fair pole. And about the shortest home run you can hit in baseball. Down the right field line at Yankee Stadium. One of the shortest. Maybe not the shortest, but it's one of the shortest. At least it used to be at old Yankee Stadium. I think they kept the dimensions though, didn't they? All right, Mike Moustakas at the plate. He's going to lift this one high and deep, and Conforto is just going to stand there like a statue. And we're tied up at 2. Again, that is home run number 29 for Mike Moustakas, having like a career year in the Yankee pinstripes. The Yankees picked him up last year. I think this is at least his 2nd year with the Yankees in this franchise. Let's go to the 10th inning. It's extra innings once again. 3 straight. This is going to absolutely destroy our bullpen going into the next series as we go into extra innings for a 3rd straight game with New York. Starlin Castro with runners on 2nd and 3rd, and the throw from the 3rd baseman, Jace Peterson, goes into right field, and the Yankees walk off the game on an error and win it 3-2. So the Yankees take 2 of the 3 games in this series. Season series was split at 3-3. We don't face the Yankees again until the playoffs. If we win our division and the Yankees win their division, that's who we're going to play. Because I really don't think the Rangers are going to collapse with 40-plus games to go in the season. So if we win our division, that's a big if, because we've still got the Tigers and the Indians. Let's look at it all right now. Yankees have moved back ahead of the Red Sox after winning 2 of 3 from us in this series. Red Sox are in 2nd. They're 1 game behind the Yankees. The Blue Jays are creeping up there, 3.5 back. And the Rays, look out, they could be coming. They're only 6 back. In the Central, it's pretty tight as well. We have a 1-game lead over the Tigers, who won. They are 57-57. Look at the Indians, though. The trajectories of the Tigers and the Indians are probably telling us that at some point here soon, they're going to cross paths, and the Indians might jump ahead of Detroit and be the main competition for the AL Central as we come down the stretch. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. The Rangers are 71-45. They don't look like they're going to collapse. They look like they are going to be the best team in the American League. The wild card, we haven't looked at that yet this year, but let's look at it now. The Astros and the Angels would be your two wild card teams. And the Red Sox, 3 games back. The Blue Jays, 5.5. The Mariners, 7.5 games back. The Rays, 8 back. All right, let's look at the National League in the East. You've got the Nationals at 62-51. They're 8 games ahead of the Phillies, and they look like they're going to win that division fairly easily. Let's look at the Central. You've got the Cubs and the Cardinals. The Cardinals had a brief lead. They led the division for a couple of days, a few episodes back, but the Cardinals have since gone 5-5, and the Cubs have now won 5 games in a row and have jumped back on top of the Cards. And out west, it's all Dodgers at 80-35. They have JD Martinez on their team. Who else do they have? I can't remember. They have a very good team. They don't have Mookie Betts, but they have JD Martinez and a lot of other good players. The Giants would lead the wild card. The Cardinals would be the other team. The Rockies are 4.5 games back. The Brewers creeping up there at 5.5 back. And the Reds at 7 back. All right, that's it for this episode of Minnesota Twins Franchise. Up next, we finish off this 10-game road trip with a 4-game series at the K in Kansas City against the Royals.